Welcome to the Land of House YouTube channel. I'm Seth. I've been hinting at some really big changes coming up here on the channel for about a couple of months now, and those changes are now taking place. So I'm standing down here in my lower shed where a lot of grading has just taken place, and there's a lot more that's happened behind the camera. In order for this grading to happen, I had to remove the wire to my building from the solar panels, and you can see right here the hole that goes inside. So I need to reattach my wire so I can get power back into my shop. So in today's video, I need to relocate my wire that's up here back down into the building so we can get power. Now I will have an update on all of this other stuff that's happening in a future video, but for now, let's get power back to my off-grid shed. I have disconnected the red wire from my solar panels, so hopefully we won't have any shocks going on today. Now, this conduit was the right length for the previous install, which means I may have to do some cutting of pipe and reconnecting of some fittings to get this to work right. Let's see, this one's still attached, it looks like. I think I'm gonna wanna go other side of this tree. I'm going to put a new 90 right here to crook this over the hill. It's going to come down and be buried under here over to the hole that's in the wall over here. So I'm gonna go find some pipe cutters and we need to get that opened up so that I can continue working on this. I believe I have just enough conduit to make this project work, so I have to be careful here. All right, so I've got an elbow that's going to be, I guess, right about here. So I can cut this in this general area right here. Now the idea is to cut the conduit and not cut through to the wire inside. Let's see how well I do. So if I cut there, it'll sweep down here. Should be good. So I'm just going to spin this around and hopefully not cut the wire. I'll have to inspect it to make sure it looks good in there. Almost through. Just this back side over here. I carefully cut that and the wire underneath is untouched, so we're good. All right, let me pull all of this out real quick. I think you're going to be excited about the changes coming to Land of House. Like I said, I have a dedicated video on that soon. But I think most of the audience is going to enjoy the change. So some of the change has already happened, and if you've been with the channel for a long time, you will know what I'm talking about, especially whenever that update video comes to the channel. But okay, so just going to strip all of this out. Hopefully I have enough wire to get this done. So we know it worked before. Let me consider if this wire were to go down right here and then have maybe be underground by, I don't know, 2 inches or so. I can go over here and up. Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of wire. Just taking a look at the fittings that I have glued or not glued, I think I'm going to cut this piece right here and attach it to that with a 90. Come down here. It's going to use this one that's already glued, fit into this piece, and come over here. Now I had already glued everything that you see right here, so I'm going to go ahead and dig down and get this in the position that it would need to be in. And I've got that little piece of a 90 right there that I need to kind of sweep over somehow. So I may have to just kind of stretch this pipe a little bit. But anyway, that's the general idea. So the next step, I believe, is just to dig down a couple inches so that this will be down where it needs to be under the ground. Yeah, that's about where I had it right there. So I'm gonna just finish this trench along here and then we can start pulling the wire back through. I just finished getting a trench dug that's about 4 inches deep. I probably lost a gallon of water just now, sweating so much. Our North Carolina soil is basically rocks, clay, and rocks. So it takes quite a long time to dig through here. All right, so first thing I want to do is get the wire through this 90 here. So let me go ahead and begin that process. Get this connected up here. I'm going to set this piece down in the ground here where I want it to rest, and then I can move up top and cut it. Okay, on the bottom of this one, I'm going to want this coupling here, and then this pipe right here can be this height. So go ahead and cut that. Okay, and now I need to run the wire through all of that. Getting close to the end now. So this pipe's gonna have to just kind of curve over a little bit to make this connection, but I think it's gonna be all right. So let me get this wire into the last piece here. I've had to push the ends pretty good to get them to go through, so I'll have to strip down another section and get some fresh wire on here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bury all this back now that it has been installed into the building. I know it's super dark down here, but we'll get the lights on back here in just a moment. So I'm gonna cut this wire that we were just working with to get a fresh start. It's a 10 gauge, so takes a bit. All right, and then I can strip down a ½ inch or so. All right, there we go. There's the black one. Let me get the red one the same way here. For cable management, I had this one going up here around the back side of my little piece of wood. And then it came down, I think, in between here and up through this. So I think that's what I'm gonna do back here again. Likewise, the red wire also went up here, back behind this piece of wood. And then it went through this box into the top of my breaker. I'm gonna hook that up as well. Last thing to assemble in here is to get the Midnight Classic charge controller back up. So let me get that display plugged in. Everything inside is back up where it needs to be. Let's go out to the solar panel, plug that up, and then we will flip on the charge controller and then the solar in here, and hopefully be back up and running. Okay, so here's my red wire here. I want to get this reconnected right up here to this MC4. This little solar array has done nicely for the needs that I have here in my little shop. But with the project I'm going to announce soon, I'm going to be installing 2 more sets just like that to provide power for other needs. So, all right, but if we look down here, it looks like everything is going down where it should, down to the building, and looks pretty good. That's the conduit that I had left over, and I've got things pretty well packed down here so that I can drive the lawnmower and 4-wheeler across. And I think that right there is going to do well. I just put a little bit of caulking around that. It's going to turn clear here when it dries. Okay, so that's looking good. I did go ahead and put some caulking into the building because hopefully I'm done moving this. And so let's go inside and see how things look in here when we turn on the charge controller and solar. All right, charge controller first. Whoop, I always go the wrong way and it locks down. Yeah, there we go. There's that one. You're supposed to give this a moment to get initiated. Once it comes on, the red light over there comes on. And let's see here. Wait 15 seconds. All right, we're good to go. Let's flip this. Hopefully we start seeing some input. It's very cloudy out today, but I'm seeing about 34, 35 watts coming in. So we are back up and running. Let's turn on the power. Ta-da! All right, we're good to go. I know this little update was kind of unnecessary, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm working on some big things back here behind my other shed, and wanted to get this little road cut out here so I can get lawnmower and four-wheeler back here easily. And I don't think anything else like my car or trailer is going to fit back here, but maybe. But in the meantime, it's nice to have the power back in the shed. It was only out for like 3 or 4 days. That's going to do nicely. I think I'm have no problem driving over that with the four-wheeler and lawnmower. And then, like I said, the solar panels are up there, and there will be probably 3 times that amount here next year whenever I really get into this other project that's back here. Thank you so much for watching. If you have comments, questions, concerns, write those down below. If you're new to the channel, thanks for being here. Yeah, I was going to make another announcement, but I'm going to hold off until I make the big announcement. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.